Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. Today is your day. This moment right now is a turning point in your life. How many of you wake up every morning feeling stuck, feeling like you're running on a treadmill, moving fast but getting nowhere? How many of you have dreams, visions, and goals, but something keeps holding you back? I'm here to tell you that something is not your past, it's not your circumstances, it's not the world around you, it's you. It's the limits you've placed on yourself, the excuses you've accepted, the fear you've let control your destiny. But that ends today. Today, we're going to break those chains. Today, we're going to tap into a power inside you that has been waiting to be unleashed. You were not born to be average. You were not born to be ordinary. You were not born to settle for a life of mediocrity. You were born to win, to conquer, to thrive. So if you're ready, truly ready to take control of your life, to unlock your full potential, to rise above everything that's been holding you back, then listen closely. Because this is your wake-up call. Life is a battlefield. Every day you wake up and face challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. But here's the thing, you have two choices. You can either let life beat you down, or you can stand up, fight back, and take control of your destiny. Look at the most successful people in the world. They weren't handed success. They weren't born into greatness. They created it. They earned it. They fought for it. And I know some of you are sitting there thinking, but you don't understand my situation. You don't know my struggles. You're right, I don't. But let me tell you something, the world doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't care about your struggles. It only cares about one thing. What are you going to do about it? You see, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who get up every morning hungry, ready to work, ready to push past their limits. It comes to those who refuse to accept failure as the final answer. And I know what you're thinking, but I've tried and I keep failing. Good, because failure is not the enemy. Failure is the teacher. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you fall, you get stronger. Denzel Washington once said, fall forward. Not backward, forward, because every failure brings you closer to your goal if you have the courage to keep going. Now, let's talk about the biggest thing holding most people back. Fear of failing, fear of rejection, fear of what people will say. Let me tell you something, fear is not real. It's an illusion, a shadow. And the moment you decide to step through that fear, it disappears. You know what's real? Action. Action is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Action is what turns dreams into reality. Action is what takes you from where you are to where you want to be. So let me ask you, what are you waiting for? A perfect moment, a sign, a miracle? Let me give you the truth. There is no perfect moment. There is no right time. The only time is now. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners show up, winners put in the work. Winners don't wait for motivation, they create it. So from this moment on, I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to your future, a commitment to never settle, never give up, and never let fear control your life. This is your time, this is your moment, this is the beginning of a brand new chapter. And when you look back at this day, you'll remember it as the moment you decided to take control of your destiny. So are you ready? Are you ready to change your life? Because if you are, then let's go. Listen to the speech carefully. 1, the power of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. It's what separates those who succeed from those who merely wish for success. See, a lot of people have dreams. A lot of people talk about what they want to achieve, but very few have the discipline to do what is necessary every single day, even when they don't feel like it. Let me tell you something, you will never always be motivated. That's why you must learn to be disciplined. Successful people don't wake up every morning feeling excited and energized. No, they wake up and some days they feel tired, some days they feel defeated, some days they don't want to do the work, but they do it anyway. Why? Because they understand that discipline is not about feelings, it's about commitment to their goals, commitment to their vision, commitment to becoming the best version of themselves. You have to train yourself to show up every single day, no matter what. Because the moment you allow excuses to take over, you've already lost. Winners don't make excuses, winners make it happen. 2, pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. The road to success is not easy. It is hard. It is painful. It is filled with challenges that will test you in ways you never imagined. But here's what you need to understand. Pain is temporary. It might last for a day, a week, or even a year, but eventually it will fade. But if you quit, if you give up, that regret will stay with you forever. Listen, every champion, every great leader, every successful person you admire has been through pain. They have struggled. They have suffered. They have faced moments where they wanted to throw in the towel. But they didn't. They kept going because they understood that every time they pushed through the pain, they grew stronger. Every time they faced adversity and refused to back down, they became tougher. See, life is not about avoiding pain. It's about using it, turning it into fuel, letting it shape you into the person you were meant to be. Because the truth is, if you're not struggling, if you're not feeling some level of discomfort, then you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying. 3, stop waiting for permission. Too many people are waiting for the right time, waiting for approval, waiting for someone to tell them, now you can go after your dreams. Let me tell you something, you don't need permission. You don't need someone else to validate your dreams. You don't need anyone to tell you that you are worthy of success, because you already are. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is you, your fear, your hesitation, your self-doubt. You've been conditioned to believe that you need someone else's blessing to chase your dreams, but that's a lie. The people who make history, the people who change the world, they don't wait for permission. They take action, they take risks, they step into the unknown and create opportunities instead of waiting for them. You have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to bet on yourself even when no one else does. Because if you keep waiting, you'll wake up one day and realize that life has passed you by. And that is a regret you do not want to live with. 4, the price of greatness. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants success, but very few are willing to pay the price, because greatness comes at a cost. It demands sacrifice. It requires long hours, late nights, and early mornings. It forces you to give up things that are comfortable. You can't have it both ways. You can't live a life of comfort and expect to achieve greatness. You can't hang around negative people, waste time on meaningless distractions, and still think you're going to be successful. It doesn't work like that. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common: they were willing to do what others wouldn't. While others were partying, they were working. While others were sleeping, they were grinding. While others were making excuses, they were making progress. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to give up short-term comfort for long-term success? Because if you are, then nothing can stop you. But if you're not, then understand that someone else out there is willing to do what you won't. And one day they will have the life you wish you had. 5, your mindset determines your life. Everything starts in the mind. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your attitude, these things shape your entire reality. If you believe that you are not good enough, if you tell yourself that you will never succeed, then guess what? You won't. But if you believe in yourself, if you see yourself as capable, strong, and unstoppable, then nothing can hold you back. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest enemy. And the choice is yours. Too many people talk themselves out of success before they even start. They focus on their weaknesses instead of their strengths. They let fear dictate their decisions. But the most successful people in the world, they have mastered their mindset. They have learned how to control their thoughts instead of letting their thoughts control them. They understand that success is first won in the mind before it is won in reality. So if you want to change your life, start by changing your mindset. Start by feeding your mind with positivity, with belief, with confidence. Because once your mind is in the right place, the rest will follow. 6, the power of relentless effort. Hard work beats talent every time. You could be the smartest person in the room, but if you don't put in the effort, you will always lose to the person who does. See, talent is a gift, but effort is a choice. And the beautiful thing about effort is that it is 100% in your control. You can't control where you were born. You can't control what family you came from, but you can control how hard you work. And in the end, that is what makes the difference. Look at the greatest athletes, the greatest musicians, the greatest entrepreneurs. They didn't get to the top because they were simply talented. They got there because they outworked everybody else. They showed up every day. They gave 110% when no one was watching. They earned their success through relentless effort. And if you want to be great, you must do the same. No excuses. No shortcuts. Just hard work day in and day out. 7, the time to act is now. There is no tomorrow. There is no later. The only time you have is now. Stop saying, I'll start next week. Stop saying, I'll do it when I'm ready. Because the truth is, you will never feel ready. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting your whole life. Successful people don't wait. They act, they take risks, they step into the unknown, even when they're scared. And guess what? That's how you grow. That's how you achieve greatness. By taking action now. So whatever it is that you've been putting off, whatever dream you've been waiting to chase, stop waiting, do it now. 8, your life is your responsibility. At the end of the day, your life is yours. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. It is your responsibility to make things happen. So stop blaming your past. Stop blaming other people. Stop making excuses. If you want a better life, go create it, because you are in control. And once you take full responsibility for your life, that's when everything will change. Now, go make it happen. 9, the truth about success, no one will give it to you. Success is not something that's handed to you. It's not a gift. It's not something you stumble upon by accident. It is earned through blood, sweat, and tears. Through sacrifice, through late nights and early mornings, through pushing forward when everything in you screams to quit. See, most people go through life waiting for the right time, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for someone to notice them. But let me tell you something, the world does not owe you anything. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to knock on your door and say, here's the life you've always dreamed of. If you want it, you have to take it. You have to fight for it. You have to wake up every single day with a relentless mindset, knowing that nothing will be given to you, but everything can be taken if you have the courage to go after it. Too many people settle for less than they're capable of. Too many people accept mediocrity because they're afraid of what it takes to achieve greatness. But listen to me, the pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret, that lasts forever. You don't want to wake up 10, 20, 30 years from now and wonder, what if? You don't want to live with the regret of knowing you could have done more, could have achieved more, could have been more. So today, right now, make the decision. Decide that you will no longer wait. Decide that you will no longer settle. Decide that you will take full ownership of your life and make things happen. Because if you don't, someone else will. And when you see them living the life you wanted, you'll have no one to blame but yourself. 10, fear will destroy your dreams if you let it. The number one thing that stops people from reaching their full potential is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. And I get it, fear is real, fear is powerful. But here's the truth, fear is a liar. Fear is nothing more than a story you tell yourself. It's an illusion designed to keep you small, to keep you from taking risks, to keep you from stepping into the life you were meant to live. The most successful people in the world feel fear just like you do. The difference? They don't let it stop them. They move forward despite the fear. They understand that fear is just a sign that they are pushing beyond their comfort zone. And that's exactly where growth happens. See, most people live their lives in a cage built by their own fears. They stay in jobs they hate because they're afraid of failing if they try something new. They hold back on their dreams because they're afraid of what people will say. They settle not because they're not capable of more, but because they are too afraid to go after more. But you have a choice. You can let fear control you, or you can take control of fear. You can either let it hold you back, or you can use it as fuel to drive you forward. The question is, what will you choose? Because the moment you decide to stop letting fear dictate your life is the moment your life will truly begin. 11, your circle determines your future. Look at the people around you. Your friends, your family, your coworkers, the people you spend the most time with. Because let me tell you something, your environment will shape your destiny. If you surround yourself with people who are lazy, who make excuses, who settle for mediocrity, then guess what? You will become just like them. But if you surround yourself with people who are driven, who push themselves, who refuse to accept average, then that's exactly who you will become. The people in your life are either pushing you forward or pulling you backward. There is no in between. So ask yourself, are the people in your life helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Because if they're not challenging you, if they're not inspiring you, if they're not pushing you to be better, then you need to make a change. And I know that's hard. I know it's difficult to walk away from people who've been in your life for years. But listen, your future is more important than their comfort. Your success is more important than their opinions. The hard truth is, not everyone is meant to go with you to the next level, and that's okay. Because when you start elevating yourself and you start focusing on your goals, the right people will come into your life. People who will support you, who will challenge you, who will help you become the person you're meant to be. But that can only happen if you are willing to let go of the people who are holding you down. 12, no more excuses, it's time to take action. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many times have you promised yourself that you'll change only to fall back into the same old habits? Let me tell you something, tomorrow's not guaranteed. You don't have time to waste, you don't have time to make excuses. If you want to change your life, the time to start is now, not next week, not next month, now. Because every day you waste is a day you can never get back. Think about that. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and once it's gone, it's gone. So stop waiting, stop procrastinating, stop making excuses. The people who succeed in life are the ones who take action. They don't wait until they feel ready because they know they will never feel ready. They don't wait for the perfect conditions because they know there is no such thing as the perfect time. They start now with what they have, where they are, because they understand that progress is better than perfection. Every single day you have a choice. You can either take one step closer to your goals, or you can stay exactly where you are. But don't you dare complain about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. If you want something, prove it. Show up, put in the effort, make it happen. Because at the end of the day, success is not about luck, it's about choices. And the choices you make today will determine the life you live tomorrow. 13, this is your moment on it. This is it. This is your time. This is your moment. Everything you need to succeed is already inside you. The strength, the discipline, the resilience, it's all there. But it's up to you to use it. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop waiting for permission. You already have everything you need. Now go out there and prove it. Prove it to yourself. Prove it to the world. Prove that you are not average, that you are not here to just exist, that you are here to make an impact, that you are here to win. The world is waiting for you to step up. The world is waiting for you to show what you're made of, but no one can do it for you. This is your journey. This is your story, and it's time for you to take control. So stand up, take action. And make the decision right here, right now, that you will not waste this life, that you will not settle for anything less than the greatness you are capable of. Because the truth is, you only get one shot at this life, so make it count. No excuses, no regrets, just results. Now go out there and change your life.